Alright, beauties, here is my kind of everyday slash I'm trying to pan them foundations. These are also more of like my summertime foundations. So I have the KVD Good Apple, my Huda Beauty Cheesecake. Yes, I always want to say cheesesteak. Maybe I'm just a fat ass. Cheesecake stick, which is almost done. And then I have the brand new Fenty Beauty one. We have the Yummy Skin from Vanessa Myricks. And I am finishing up also the Wonder Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. So I'll take these few out and then I will show you where I store my other ones. Alright, and here is my foundation drawer. As you can see, I have this tray in here and they go all the way back and it is literally completely full. I have a couple of like newer ones here, backup ones here. I definitely have too much and I'm trying to get it to where it is not overwhelming to me to come in here. And then I have like a bunch of minis or like little tube ones. I'm going to get everything out and we are going to declutter some foundations. We need it. All right, this is as good as it's going to get for me right now. So if you see me moving, see my shirt, then I do apologize. I also brought out some wipes. Look, I did a poll and y'all said the longer the video, the better. So I'm going to swatch things also because if something's going to be obviously way too dark for me moving into the colder months and maybe it'll be expired by next summer, then I probably don't need to keep it. And then same thing with the lighter stuff. We'll figure it out. So I think first off, I'm going to go into all of my summertime shades. This is one of my all-time favorite foundations, like ever, like top 3. And they just reformulated, so I definitely want to try some more. This is the Wonder Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. This is in the shade Tan, and I will definitely let you guys know that it is a little bit too dark for me now, like just by a little tiny bit. But this is what I was using all summer long in conjunction with a couple of these other ones. And I've had it since last year, so I think I am going to go ahead and declutter this. It's not so bad that I can't maybe add just a little bit of something that's a little bit lighter than this and make it work for me, but it's going to be expired by next year. So I am going to go ahead and declutter that. Next up is the one that I'm using like right now. It is the KVD. This is the Good Apple like Balm something skin perfecting foundation balm in the shade medium 033. This is like the perfect shade for me right now. I love it and I'm trying to hurry up and get through this while I am still a little bit tan. As you can see, this one is a better match for me. I am going to hold on to this, but I'm going to go ahead and note right now, if I don't use this in the next probably I'd say 2-ish weeks or so, then I'm going to go ahead and toss it. Next up is my Huda Beauty Cheesecake foundation stick. Also trying to finish this up, so this is also what I've been using recently. As you can see, I'm literally just a couple of uses away, and this is another one that is like the perfect shade for me right now. This one though, just like the Good Apple one, I am going to go ahead and declutter if I don't use it in the next couple of weeks, obviously. Next up is the brand new Fenty Beauty. This is the Eaze Drop, or the, yeah, Eaze Drop. Blur and Smooth Tint Stick. This is the shade 7. And when I first got this, it was too light for me, so I'm actually excited because I'm going to be able to use it now. I will note though, y'all, you do not get much product in this, like at all. I've used it, I think 3 to 4 times, and I don't feel like I use too much. So let me kind of get further in here for you guys. This one also is really nice right now. Once it's blended out on the complexion, it looks great. So I'm going to hold on to this, and obviously it's a new launch, so that is a keep. We're not really decluttering a whole lot yet, y'all. We're just decluttering one. Next up is the Vanessa Myricks Yummy Skin. I really like this. If you're looking for something that has beautiful coverage but feels kind of weightless and stuff on the skin, this is the shade 8P. I don't really care for the packaging as far as like this little like nozzle thing, so I'm also going to swatch this. I'm going to have the swatches all over the place. Ooh! That also looks like a really good match for right now. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to this. This is also a little bit of a newer product, so I'm going to hold on to this. Y'all, we're not doing so good. Let me grab a wipe. Thank y'all for being here, by the way, too. And thank you for saying, like, hey, I want a long video. I want you to review and I want you to swatch. Like, that's what I like to do. I like to sit and just bullshit with you guys, have a good time with you guys. So thank y'all. And y'all know what I say. Look, if it gets too long, grab your tacos and your tequila, your milk and your cookies, your Doritos, your Cheetos, your Fritos, whatever is your pleasure, and sit back and relax and enjoy the Riri show. Okay, yeah, we only got rid of one. I'm not pleased with that. Next up, I'll jump into this. I know that the Halo Glow Liquid Filter is more of like a base type product, or like to wear underneath. I like to wear this either underneath, or I actually wear this as a foundation by itself. This is in the shade 3 Light Medium. I did also buy a backup, but you know what? I can buy a backup at any time. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one, and I'll go ahead and declutter the new one. And this is beautiful too. I love it. Like the packaging and everything. It has a gigantic doe foot applicator. And I don't know that you guys will be able to tell, but I have used quite a bit of this. Like there's a lot of it gone out of here. So that is what it looks like. And then as you shear it out, it gives a little whisper of coverage, like if you were a less is more beauty, but it offers such a beautiful kind of luminescent quality to it. It's really, really stunning. And I like to, honestly, I just like to take a little bit of concealer, put in the areas that I need concealer in, and then put this all over, and it's fantastic. Next up is this Filt'r Finish by Collection, the Gorgeous Glow. I didn't like this one quite as much, so I am going to go ahead and declutter this. Let me shake it up just to show you guys what it looks like. Not that it's a bad product at all, and it's got like very similar vibes to the e.l.f. one. I just don't like the tone of it, and it's a little bit thinner and a lot more sheer. As you can see, it gives almost no coverage, which that's obviously not the point. For me though, the e.l.f. Halo Glow, I like that I can actually build it up and it's kind of like a skin tint for me. So solely for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one as well. Next up is an all-time favorite as well. This is the LYS Beauty Triple Fix Serum Foundation. I am going to declutter this solely because it's a little bit deep for me. This is MN3. But going into the winter months, this is definitely going to be a little bit too dark for me, as you can very clearly see. And because I've had it for well over a year, I would like to maybe give somebody else the opportunity to have, get some use out of it. So I'm also going to go ahead and declutter this. Next up is a drugstore favorite. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation in the shade Buff, which is warm with yellow undertones. And I just want to see what this looks like. Let me shake it up. Very, very affordable, of course. A little bit heavier coverage, and hopefully you'll be able to see that. Hopefully just, by me doing this, you can see kind of upon first application to the hand, you can see the coverage here. And actually, I think this is going to work going into fall and winter months, and I really, really like this. It's a great drugstore option, not too heavy on the skin, but offers a little bit more coverage than some of the other ones that I do have, so I'm going to keep that as well. Y'all, I'm not doing so good, and I really need to get rid of some because I only have so much space for foundations. Okay, one for sure I know I'm getting rid of. I tested this a couple of times. First of all, I just don't like it. It's too full coverage for me, and it was incredibly fair on me. So I am going to obviously be decluttering this one. This said that it was supposed to be like skin-like and like natural coverage, or what is it called? Luminous something? Natural Radiance Foundation. First of all, that is not radiant. Second of all, I mean, if you know, and if you're a full coverage beauty, great. This, if you like stuff like this, fantastic. I do not. This is way, way, way too thick, and it did not set very well on my very dry textured skin. So if you have very dry textured skin, or if or less is more beauty, you don't like super full coverage, this is not for you. If you love all of those things, you would love this. I'm also going to note it is incredibly scented, like very, very fragranced. So all around, it is just a no for me, so that is definitely going to be decluttered. Next up, I have these 3 little samplers that I got from Haus Labs. I actually just got these maybe a couple months ago, and I think I'm going to hold on to all of them. I was in the summertime using 280 light, medium, neutral, and then recently I've been mixing 280 and 210 light, medium, neutral, and I think moving into like fall and winter I'll be 200 light, medium, neutral. This is a really beautiful, let me go ahead and test some for you guys. This is another really beautiful kind of like more medium coverage. Hopefully you guys can see that as soon as I start applying it. Very like serum-like, very, very smoothing. I think it is absolutely stunning. It doesn't have a strong scent or anything like that. I like that it's a little bit more skin-like. You get a tiny bit of dew, just a little bit of like lit from within quality. Not super matte, but not like incredibly glowy, dewy. Perfect medium on that. I love this foundation. Next up, I guess I'll go ahead and do these Makeup Forever foundations. I'd originally gotten this one moving into spring and summer, and I never used it because this one right here was a little light. So this is the Makeup Forever HD Skin. This is 1N14 or Y245. I don't understand all them daggone numbers, y'all. And then we have Y315. I didn't even ever open this or anything like that. Like I said, I got it for summertime. And yeah, I had others that I was really trying to use up. Again, trying to not be wasteful. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one, and I'm going to check this one and see if I can get away with it now. And I love the component and stuff of this. Super, super cute. It has a little pump and stuff on it. So let's test this one out. I'm aiming for stuff that's like either the same shade as me right now or maybe a couple shades lighter. So I think that is going to be absolutely perfect going into the fall months. Again, this one is a little bit more light coverage, a little bit more kind of undetectable, if you will. It's super, super beautiful. Lasts a long time on the skin, so I will hold on to that one as well. Next up is the Fenty Beauty, the original Eaze drops. This is the Blurring Skin Tint. This is in the shade 8, and these are so pretty. I love the packaging. I love everything about this. Sets beautifully on the skin. A little bit more coverage. I would say probably medium coverage. Again, I'm trying to shear these out and show you guys how they look, you know, kind of on the skin. But also very skin-like, very natural. You can build this up if you wanted to build it up, or you can wear it a little bit more sheer, a little bit more kind of skin tint-esque if you wanted to. I think this is going to be perfect moving into the fall and winter months, so I'm going to hold on to that one. Next up, we have a very old NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is in the shade L4 DeVille, I think is how you say that. And this is just, it's a little bit old, which I'm sure it would still be fine. It doesn't look, you know, broken down. It doesn't look discolored or anything like that. I will smell it. I want to note too, look, I know we invest a lot of money in makeup and stuff like that, cosmetics, beauty, and we don't want to waste things. We don't want to spend money and then throw things away. If at any time your products are changing in tone, texture, tone, anything like that, the scent, the consistency, anything, please, 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 please throw it away. This, again, if you're looking for something that is a little bit more high coverage, but also offers a little bit of like skin-like quality, you can see it's not super, super overly matte or anything like that. It sets beautifully on the skin. It lasts a long time on my skin. It's just older, so it's got to go. She got to go. Next up is this Fine Art Beauty, excuse me, the Skin Tint shade 5, I think. I'll put it right here. I do not have my glasses on. I should have worn them. Let me shake this up as well. This right here, I actually feel like it's going to be dark going into the fall and winter months, obviously. And I kept my e.l.f. Halo Glow, like the liquid Filt'r, and I feel like this is very much similar vibes to that. So just because of the shade itself, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this as well. Next up is the Colourpop Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. This is the shade 8 Neutral. And this is one of my favorites. The Pretty Fresh collection, everything that they had, like the primer, the spray, all of it, I loved it so much. I think that they nailed that. And I always have this shade in my Ulta cart because this is kind of my, I guess, year-round-ish type of shade. It starts up being a little bit more kind of medium coverage, but you can see the level of just a little bit of like glow, a little bit of luminosity to it. I'm actually going to grab a brush if I can reach it back here. And I just want to show you how you can really shear this out. And when they say tinted moisturizer, that's literally what it is. It is just a little whisper of coverage on the skin. It's so beautiful. Hopefully you are seeing that you can kind of see the skin peeking through it. You see a little bit of luminous quality to it. I love this. It's also a very affordable one, so I'm going to keep that. One I am not going to be keeping is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Fluid Powder Foundation SPF of 20. This is probably 2 to 3 years old. This was in the shade Warm Beige. It's a beautiful product, but truthfully, these are the same thing, probably a little bit better. The e.l.f. Halo Glow, basically does the same thing. Like, I even said this in my reviews and stuff. It's a beautiful product. Absolutely beautiful product, but it's like a glorified tinted moisturizer. Definitely, in my opinion, not worth the money. So you can see quite how, you know, liquidy it is. Very, very liquidy. Shears out and offers a little bit more coverage than some of the other ones. It is a really beautiful product. I personally would not repurchase it solely because other products have come out since then that I like better and that are obviously, you know, a little bit more affordable. I'm also going to be tossing that one. Next up, we have a couple of newer ones that I've never even tried. The Stay Naked I've actually panned a complete one, but this is in, I think, more of a summertime shade. And then this is the Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator, which I've been wanting to try, and I anticipated trying it over the summer, hence getting the shade 40. So this is 40 and this is 41 NN. That can go. I'm assuming this is probably going to be too dark, but we will see. This is in the shade light medium, and it says neutral undertone. This is another one that is beautiful. Yeah, that's definitely more of a summertime shade. I'm not even going to swatch this. I have panned this. I need to go back through my old videos and see what shade I had before. Again, I anticipated trying these during the summer and having these as like backup summertime foundations, but as you could see from the beginning, I had a ton of like more medium to tan type shades I was trying to use up, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one as well. Next up, this is one of my all-time favorites. This is the Fenty Beauty, the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. And this is in the shade 210, which is more like my winter time shade, as you're gonna see. So yeah, definitely very, very light right now, but moving into the winter months, this it's so beautiful. I love it. I love the coverage on this. And again, you can see that it's kind of covering up tattoos. It's a little bit more opaque than some of the other ones that I showed. And I love this. I think for me personally, this one and maybe the Sephora one and maybe the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear, I think so, yeah. Those are the ones that for me, they fit everybody. If you have dry skin, combo skin, oily skin, if you have mature skin, if you, whatever the case may be, I feel like these literally are very, very universal. I love this. The coverage on it, the long wearability on this, it's absolutely stunning. I love this foundation. And it goes on sale a lot too. I don't know if they still sell it or they were reformulating it or whatever, but I went through an entire one and then I think I paid like maybe $19 for this one. Love. Definitely not getting rid of this one. Next up is another one that I really, really like, but this was very light for me when I first tried it out for you guys. It is the Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation SPF 25. I am going to check an expiration date. As you can see, it just expired last month. I don't know when I'll be putting this up. This is October 10th-ish. So I'll swatch it just so you guys can see it. It's a very whipped texture. This was the shade Light Medium Neutral Warm 190. This is not light medium, in my opinion. Like when I first tried this, I was light medium and it was incredibly light. Like it's perfect for me probably right now. As you can see, a little bit more opaque, kind of almost in the same way that the Fenty Beauty one is, but also luminous, a little bit of like lit from within, very skin-like. It's not super mattifying or anything like that. It's beautiful. It's really, really stunning. If it wasn't expired, then I probably would hold on to it, but I'm not going to hold on to it simply because it is expired. Next up is this Nude Sticks foundation. I got this in a BoxyCharm, I believe. This is the Nude Sticks Tinted Cover Foundation. This is in the shade Nude 2.5. Let me shake it up some. And at the very, very beginning, I guess when I got this probably in March-ish, the beginning of like the springtime, I was using this all the time. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of this. I like the packaging. I like the pump and everything on it. And this one, as you can hopefully see, when it first came out, much more liquidy. I really like this. I think it's super beautiful. I also think that it's going to be great for me moving into the winter months. This is another one. Oh, and just to note too, I have very dry textured skin. I have dehydrated skin, mature skin. Obviously, I'm 44 years old. So what my preferences are and the way that I describe things and how they work for me, they may not work for you, and that's totally fine. It's just makeup. It's not the end of the world, but just noting it for you guys. This one though, it sits on the skin and kind of stays a little bit more dewy, a little bit more loomy. So if you don't like that, that's obviously not for you. So I think I am going to hold on to that. Next up is another favorite. Let me shake this one up as well. This is the Sephora Best Skin Ever. I kind of had mixed thoughts when I very first tried it, but it's super affordable. It's in a beautiful glass component. It is a long wear foundation, again, in a little, has a pump on it. This one, hopefully you saw as I was dispensing. A little bit thicker, more kind of moussey, creamy. And actually, now that I'm looking at this, I did use it when I was more tan, and as you can see, it's a little bit deep. Dang, I like this foundation. This one offers a little bit more full coverage. It is incredibly long wearing, but again, more skin-like. It's not super matte, but it's not super loomy. It's kind of that perfect mid-ground, but I'm gonna declutter that. Next up is this Tarte Face Tape. This is the shade 27S, which is light medium sand. That is typically my kind of year-round-ish, other than summertime type of shade. I do not need this. Very clearly, I don't need this. I have enough, and it's still new, so I'm going to declutter that as well. Next up, one that I've really been loving lately and finally tested it out. I wish I had this all summer. It's so stunning. It is the Maybelline 24-Hour Superstay Skin Tint. This is in the shade 220. I'm trying to hopefully let you guys see the luminous quality here. And I have a couple of videos up, using this, testing this. I've, given kind of a full review. I hate the packaging. I don't know if you can tell, but it's literally all over the component. And when I go to stick it back in, unless you're just very careful, which I just was not, then it's going to get everywhere. I hate it. It also very, very strongly smells of alcohol when you first apply it. That does dissipate. Gosh, it's going to go everywhere. That does dissipate as you apply, and you don't smell it after the application process. So hopefully you're seeing it's incredibly light. Offers, I would say, light coverage. You can build it up a little bit. You can still obviously see my tattoos and stuff through it, but it is such a beautiful, like, kind of lit from within luminous quality, not super overly dewy or anything like that. I would not maybe recommend this if you have oily skin, unless you set it or, of course, prep in the way you need to prep for, your own skin type. But this is beautiful. This is absolutely stunning. I love it. So definitely holding on to this one. Another one that I used quite a bit during the summertime. I also have videos and stuff of me using this one as well. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. This also has a sunscreen, SPF 25. This is the shade 465. I'm so nervous about this one because it actually doesn't expire until November 2024. So it could get me through next summer, and I just got it this summer. So let me shake this and I will check out the shade with you guys. I love the component and everything. It does get a little bit messy, but maybe that's just me. As you can see, this one's kind of got a mid-ground. It's not like completely oozing and going everywhere, but it's not super thick, like kind of whipped formula. This is really, really pretty. Yeah, that's definitely dark. I think I'm gonna declutter. I'm trying to really not hold on to things that I know I'm not gonna be able to use. And we got a long time before it's summertime again. So I am going to declutter this, but if you are looking for something that, again, has that beautiful kind of skin-like quality, not super dewy, but not incredibly matte, very skin-like, very long wearing, you can build it up if you want to. Highly recommend. It is a beautiful formula. We're going to declutter. Next is this Halo by Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. It's almost gone. I know y'all are probably not going to be able to tell that. It's in the shade Light Neutral. You shake this one up. I actually don't even know if I have... There's a little something left in there. As you can see, incredibly liquidy and very light. So this I'm going to hold on to because obviously this is going to be great for, going into the colder months and when I lose my tan. It's kind of your standard, tinted moisturizer. It maybe has a little bit more opacity than some of the other ones, but still very beautiful. Maybe not the longest lasting on the skin, but I love this. I think it's super pretty. I am definitely a less is more beauty, so I'm good with this type of coverage. I think this is going to be super pretty going into the cold months. So I'll hold on to this. And this was on sale, like some kind of an Ulta sale. I got this for, I want to say, right around 10 bucks, maybe. I don't even think it was that much. I'm not sure, but it wasn't super pricey. Then I'm going to pull all of these. Why do I have all of these, y'all? I do not know. But do we need all of these? Hell no. Okay, here's a little mini that I don't even think I've opened yet. This is the shade 7W. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. We've already talked about our thoughts on that. Beautiful product, but I don't need it. Next up is a little mini. I've actually gone through a couple of these of the Tarte C Hydro Flex Serum Foundation. Again, running theme. I really like a less is more. I like a serum foundation, a tinted, you know, a tinted moisturizer type of thing. This is 20 Light Neutral. This is actually from, I think, last year. I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. Next up, I got both of these just very, very recently through like the Ipsy add-on thing. This is the Balm Antidotes Tinted Moisturizer. I got two different shades because I was unsure which one to get during the summertime. Shade 18 and shade 26. I think I might go ahead, since they're both still sealed and I haven't used either one of these, I'll go ahead and declutter these as well. We do not need all of these, y'all. Next up is the Yensa Skin on Skin BC Foundation. It's the foundation, y'all. In medium warm. Oh my gosh. This obviously is probably going to be a little too deep as well, going into the winter months. Yes, it is. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one as well. Next up is the little mini of the LYS in the little sampler. This is in the shade MG2. And that is the perfect, like, wintertime shade for me. Love it. I love the y'all, I cannot speak. The undertone as well. You can see it's kind of a true gold, like a really beautiful golden shade. So definitely going to keep that. I love that. That's also going to be great for travel as well. This right here, the Dior Forever Skin Glow. I've had it for like 8,000 years. I'm just going to toss it. Next up is the Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage SPF of 15. This is 22 in Light Neutral. This is also more of like a winter time shade, and it does not expire till 11/2023. So I'm actually going to keep this out, and I'm going to try to use this up. And I don't think I've even tested this one yet, but I think it's going to be, yes, that's going to be perfect. Ooh, that is thick. Okay, I cannot attest to how this one wears. I do not believe I've tried this one. If I have, I don't remember trying it. So I am going to keep it and go ahead and test this one out. But I think the coverage looks really, really beautiful. It doesn't look like it's super, super matte. A little bit more coverage than some of the other ones. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. So I'm excited to test that. If you've tested any of this stuff too, you guys let me know. Like, what are your top foundations? I would love to know. This is a little mini that I got with like a Sephora purchase. This is the Gucci, I don't know how to say that, 24-hour breathable foundation, 220W. I honestly don't remember if I even tried this. I must have, because it looks like I tried it, but I don't remember it, and I don't remember my thoughts. Oh, that's thin, which I don't mind. That's actually what I like. Ooh, a little bit thinner texture. Slightly more kind of peachy yellow than I go for, but I think it can work. Let me smell it. Okay, nope. I do not like how that smells. I don't understand, and maybe it's just me. Maybe it's a me thing. I don't know why more higher end, especially skincare and foundations, why do they put so much scent in them? I don't understand it. The fragrance here is dreadful. That may be why I don't remember using this, because I probably hated it. Declutter. Next up is a favorite, and one that I repurchase all the time and get them in the Boxy or the Ipsy pop-up shop thing all the time. This is the Purlisse Radiant Glow Illuminating BB Cream with SPF of 30. And this expires in 2025, and this is in the shade Tan. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I did not open this. I got this as a backup for this year. My hands look a little bit too foundationed. And then I also just got these as well, also in like the little Ipsy shop. These are the Tarte Amazonian Clay 16-hour full coverage foundations. And I got these solely because I don't have a lot of full coverage, as you guys just saw. I don't have a whole lot of full coverage stuff, but I want to have something that's, if I just need a little something extra, you know what I mean? And I got the 20 in Light Neutral and 22 Neutral Medium Neutral. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to both of these because I did not use them. So I'm going to put everything back in here. Let's count everything. I honestly think it's about 50-50. Put your guesses down below. I'll be right back with our totals. All right, beauties. We kept 21. I kept 21. I tossed 5 and I decluttered 16. So 16 and 21, I did almost half. I'm proud of that. I'll take it. I'll pop a picture right here of how my drawer now looks. I think I did a great job. What do you guys think? I'd love to know what your favorite foundations are and what skin type do you have. Let's have that conversation down below. I love you, beauties. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.